Okay, so I watched A Road to Home, a documentary about gender and sexual orientation, um, LGBTQ. It was about this group of LGBTQ kids who got kicked out of their homes for coming out to their family, and they were on the streets looking for, a place to live, food, way to survive. And I learned a lot. I uh i learned that basically, for them, life is so much better when you get to be yourself. And for everyone, really, like, life is so much easier and so much more joyful when you get to be yourself. And they couldn't. And that was really hard for them because they kept being told by people that they were going to hell, or that there was something wrong with them, that they were defective. And some had to sell drugs to make a living. And it's scary not knowing where you're going to sleep at night. And so they had to be really strong. There was a center called the Ali Fournet Center, and they allowed youth to stay, and to they they helped the kids that were kicked out, not just LGBTQ, but any youth at all. They helped them get back on their feet. They helped them go to school, find a job, find something that they're good at and that they can use to work with to get them further in their career. They were a resource place, and they became like a little family. They had their own little community where the youth felt like they belonged and they were supported for who they were. And they had these activities that were so fun, and they were socializing and playing games. and and it was interesting how some families were torn apart over the kids' sexual orientation, because they didn't see eye to eye. And it's just interesting how people are really serious about that. I don't know. It's kind of sad, and I don't fully understand why someone could kick out their own kid for that, out of the house, to live on the streets. That's just a horrible thing to do. And because of that, because of all of these things that have happened in society, lots of kids feel shame and low self-esteem because they still feel like that who they are is defective, like they're doing something wrong by being who they are. And so they don't feel loved, and they feel like they are bringing that shame on themselves, so they deserve it somehow, even though they don't. And over time, the funding for the homeless shelters became so scarce that the Ali Fournet Center started suffering, and they had to start letting people go. And it was really sad. And the people who were a part of that little community loved it, so they went about promoting it, and they gave out free condoms on the street of wherever they were. And I thought that was so beautiful, that they loved it so much, that they were so devoted, and they were just so willing to spread the word about it and get other people involved too. So there was this one girl who blamed God for making her transgender, and blamed him for making her family suffer for it. And that was really sad, but also I kind of understood why she felt that way. And I love at the very end how the message was, whether it be the parent or the child, in the end, we can only be responsible for ourselves. So basically, we shouldn't let our pride get in the way of our love for our family. Because families were torn apart, and it was their pride that that came between their love. So we must not let that happen to us. That we should remember that we should put love first, and yeah, and everyone deserves a bed. I also like that message too. Everyone deserves a bed, no matter who you are. And so, yeah, we need to help people know that no matter what parts of themselves they show, what part of their identity they're willing to show, they will not be rejected. So we need to help people feel comfortable showing parts of themselves that they normally wouldn't. And that includes people who are LGBTQ or of a different sexual orientation. So, yeah.